Republicans, the shutdown standoff on Capitol Hill may not end anytime soon. In fact, it probably won't. And let me just preface the show by saying this. If Washington politicians spent as much time, even half as much time, negotiating as they do on cable TV, Washington would work really well. This hour, I'll press Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin on whether his party could or should offer any concessions to Democrats. Democratic Congressman Jimmy Panetta on whether his own party will finally tell the truth and own the shutdown. Plus, publishing expert Jane Friedman on why artificial intelligence, it's true, is writing my life story. But first, our Why It Matters segment tonight. I'm going to tell you something no other TV anchor will. At this rate, the current government shutdown will break the previous 35-day record set in 2019. That did not end well for Donald Trump or Republicans. This one may be different. We'll tell you why. But before we get to the politics of this, maybe just a solution, right? Instead of fighting to score points and to try and fundraise, Democrats could admit Obamacare needs sensible reforms, which it does. Instead of holding negotiations with Democrats to post memes, the president could actually have good faith negotiations. It's simple. It's the reason that we elect politicians is to actually lead. But understandably, and this is the system we've sort of created, politicians would rather raise money on social media and do cable news hits than do their job.
When I was majority leader, we never had one shutdown in 4 years.
The Democrats are willing to shut it down to benefit illegal aliens. The contrast couldn't be more clear.
It is their job to keep the government running for the American people, and they have failed.
They have taken the American people hostage.
Donald Trump could decide to end the shutdown right now.
Democrats in Congress have dragged our country into another reckless shutdown to satisfy their far-left base.
Yeah, par for the course. And the costs are racking up, not only to the American public, but to families. The Congressional Budget Office says that the cost of paying furloughed employees alone for this current shutdown would cost $400 million a day, so paying people back pay to have done nothing. The solution, simple math. 3 members of the Democratic caucus have already voted with Republicans to fund the government, which admittedly is just the right thing to do because Democrats are trying to hold the government hostage for their own political good. So Senator Kathleen Cortez Masto of Nevada, nicely done. Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman, no surprise. Senator Angus King of Maine. So Republicans need 5 more Democrats to defect and break the ranks. Republicans will undoubtedly ramp up the pressure on 5 lawmakers: Maggie Hassan, Janine Sheen of New Hampshire, Gary Peters of Michigan, Illinois Senator Dick Durbin, and this is the key, Georgia's Jon Ossoff. 3 of the 5 are retiring. They might be able to fill. And then there is Ossoff, who is locked in a very tight re-election in a battleground, Georgia, that Trump won in 2024. And Republicans are playing by Democratic rules this time. So they are already taking out ads targeting Ossoff in Georgia.
Ossoff stabbed our veterans in the back, voting with Schumer to shut down the government. Because to Ossoff, free health care for illegals is the priority. But veterans, he couldn't care less.
All right, the reality is this. And I get the jokes about why having the government shut down is a great thing, and if non-essential employees are non-essential, why are they there anyway? But every day this shutdown goes on is a day that hardworking Americans, a lot of folks who get up every day and go work in federal jobs, okay, they're forced to stomach deep economic pain. People who work for the federal government are not necessarily rich, and they go without paychecks for a long time. And we know because our team of 6,000 journalists across the country here at Nexstar and NewsNation don't just talk to the politicians. In fact, from Las Vegas to Sioux Falls, South Dakota to Greenville, North Carolina, they talk to the people who are actually affected personally by the shutdown.
It's actually sad, and it's taking up a whole lot of jobs. People can't afford that.
It's a shame for the people that aren't able to come to work and provide for their families.
My little sister is getting married in 2 weeks. I'm not going to have the money to go to her wedding, and I was supposed to officiate her wedding. Sorry,
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.